New York City, this Saturday, October 3rd. The most brutal structure in WWE returns to Madison Square Garden for a live network special when John Cena collides with Seth Rollins for the United States Championship inside a steel cage.
Seth Rollins, John Cena, inside solid steel.
Plus, Brock Lesnar returns to battle the Big Show one-on-one. It's WWE Live Network Special at MSG this Saturday, October 3rd. Tickets are available now.
Wrestling fans, back by popular demand, don't miss the Mick Foley 2015 World Tour when it invades the world-famous Kowloon Entertainment and Dining Complex in Saugus, Massachusetts, Friday, October the 2nd and Saturday, October the 3rd. The WWE Hall of Famer and New York Times best-selling author unleashes his trademarked wit and wisdom into his one-man spoken word show, Tales from Wrestling Past. Tickets are on sale now and include a meet and greet with Mick. For complete information, visit KowloonRestaurant.com or call 781-484-6002. Mick Foley and Kowloon Comedy look forward to seeing you live October 2nd and 3rd in Saugus.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Wrestling fans from around the corner and around the world, welcome to another installment of Wrestling Insiders. I'm Dan Marotti here at MWF Studios, just north of Boston, in beautiful downtown Melrose, Massachusetts. In this edition, let's check out WWE Monday Night Raw from Monday, September the 28th, 2015, emanating from Buffalo, New York, as we were celebrating the Millennium Wrestling Federation's 14th anniversary on the BostonWrestling.com super site. Don't forget the countdown is on to our 14th anniversary Big Bang Birthday Bash extravaganza exclusively on BostonWrestling.com Monday, September the 28th. We have a new president, a new vice president with announcements coming left and right. As always, we need your support in a variety of ways you can help the cause of bringing you more great live wrestling events and in-studio productions. If you haven't tried WWE Network yet, click on the link below. Within a minute or two, you'll be enjoying live pay-per-views, original programming, and thousands of hours in archive shows. For $9.99, it is the best value in professional wrestling, but right now, you can try WWE Network absolutely free for 1 month. Click on that link now. Also, use the links we have to shop with our partners at Amazon.com and WWE Shop.com. No matter what you buy, even non-wrestling items on Amazon, we get a small kickback for sending them your way, and it does not increase your purchase one single penny. Help out the good guys on this one, folks. The holidays are just around the corner, believe it or not. If you're feeling generous and enjoying more than 800 free videos we have up on our YouTube channel, you can always send a donation of any size using PayPal and our BW at BostonWrestling.com email address. Every penny we raise goes right back into our live wrestling event and in-studio production initiatives. Die-hard wrestling fans know we have to support indie wrestling. It's the backbone of the sport. It's the foundation you build a home with. We don't have giant sponsors or cable TV contracts. What we have are wrestling fans that share the same passion we do. We hope you'll join us as our adventure continues. John Cena opened up Raw this week with the U.S. title open challenge. No sign of the Authority. Seth Rollins or Kane to open up the show. It's something I've been campaigning for a while now. Something fresh, something different, instead of the same old 20-minute promo. The call for the U.S. Championship matchup was answered by the New Day, all three of them. They cut a great promo, leading to Cena defending the gold against the outstanding Xavier Woods with his trusty trombone. We had talks with Woods when he was Consequence's Creed in TNA many years back about coming in here to the MWF. It was one of those quote-unquote free agent type talks that unfortunately didn't come to fruition. Would have been great to have had him as part of our 14-year legacy. Back to the matchup. Referee tossed out Kofi Kingston and Big E when they were trying to trip Cena from ringside. Match was a great chance to show off Woods' wrestling skills beyond his charisma shown in his promos, as well as competing in tag team matchups. Cena had Woods in the STFU, then Kofi, Big E ran in for the DQ. Dudley Boys charged the ring to even the odds. Without any kind of authoritative figure signing or agreeing to a match, this turned into a six-man after the commercial break. Not that there was anything wrong with it. But how much more value would the match have had if it took place later in the show, something you could build up for 3 hours? Even better, how much more value would this match have had if it took place next week and was actually advertised for next week's Raw for a whole 7 days? At a time when Raw's ratings are tanking, long-term booking is more important than ever before, instead of just slapping things together week by week. Match was good when Cena was in. I don't know about the Dudleys in this run. They look like they're a step off. Cena sold for the majority of the match, similar to the Dudley six-man with Dolph Ziggler last week. Finish saw Woods trip and hold on to Bubba Ray's leg from outside the ring, and then Kofi pinned Devon Dudley clean with Trouble in Paradise. Nice win for the New Day, going into their WWE Tag Team title defense against the Dudleys Saturday at Madison Square Garden, the mecca of professional wrestling. I certainly expect the Dudleys to win the Tag Team Gold Saturday night for a short run, probably leading into a tables match at Hell in the Cell October the 25th. Let's see what happens on that one. After a solid start to the show, we had complete and utter garbage, with the Authority introducing Kane to an HR rep who got an anonymous complaint about Kane's job performance. Who sits there putting these shows together and says, this is what wrestling fans want to see? Or even if you want to go the route of the two words I hate, this is what sports entertainment fans want to see. They don't. It's stupid. Who believes that someone is going to have an HR rep come and have a meeting with someone in front of a television camera or at 10 o'clock at night on a Monday? I mean, it's ridiculous. It's just lacks so much common sense. It's so unrealistic in a time when a lot of folks like reality TV and hard-hitting television and their viewership. I mean, look at what's popular on cable TV right now. It's not this. Not trying to attack WWE, but this kind of stuff really frustrates me, makes me want to change the channel because it just annoys me. Nothing positive comes out of this. This type of segment is not going to sell tickets. It will not sell network subscriptions. It will not sell pay-per-views. It will not sell merchandise. So what's the point of presenting it? Big Show defeated Mark Henry in a battle of the big men. Henry's rarely used, so this was fine. Feels like the match has taken place so many times over the years. Maybe I'm wrong, but you know, what difference does it really make at this point in 2015? Show was slamming Henry over and over again, putting himself over as a giant, leading into his big match against Brock Lesnar Saturday at Madison Square Garden. Show hit the knockout punch for the win. It was a strong, decisive victory for Show, who was well put together. Up next, heading into the 9 o'clock hour, was a wrong call on the format sheet. The Divas on Miz TV. Divas champion Charlotte came out with Becky Lynch. Then she called out Paige about the incident last week when Paige turned on her Team PCB running mates. Instead, the Bellas and Alicia Fox came out. Felt like the same thing we've seen over and over and over again. Click. Paige eventually came out. She took a shot at the Bellas' boyfriends. Led to a 6-woman catfight, which led to a 6-woman tag team match. More weak, fake-looking wrestling moves from the Bellas that no one wants to see. Charlotte was going to go for the figure 8 on Nikki, but Nikki kicked Charlotte into Paige. Paige walked off and was met by Natalya on the entrance ramp. Natalya charged the ring, but then Paige turned on her and tripped her face first into the ring apron. Nikki hit the rack attack for the win. The angle with Paige, Charlotte, and Natalya wasn't all that bad, but everything the Bellas touch is bad. They're a big part of the problem right now with Raw. Luke Harper and Braun Strowman defeated the Primetime Players. Looked like the Primetime Players are back in nobody cares land. Strowman made Titus O'Neil pass out. This was pretty much a squash match, but it was a very effective way to continue the push of the New Look Wyatt family. Interesting to see what's going to happen with Eric Rowan once he's ready to return from injury. Neville defeated Stardust via disqualification. Stardust was without the Ascension, so it looks like this on-again, off-again faction is indeed off again. Crowd was flat for Stardust once again. It's really time for him to go back to Cody Rhodes or change up this character in some way, shape, or form. He has way too much talent for this nonsense. Neville was going to hit the Red Arrow, then King Barrett's music hit. Stardust pushed Neville into Barrett's bullhammer, and then the King nailed Stardust for good measure. If you remember, there was a little dissension between the two the night after SummerSlam. Barrett was away filming a movie. Looks like this could turn into a 3-way feud. Good way to give the Neville Stardust program a fresh coat of paint, as their matches have been very good more often than not, even if the fans really aren't into the Stardust character. Time for more human resources nonsense. Rollins came out and said Kane isn't the man he pretends to be. Rollins played a highlight video on the Titantron to try and persuade HR rep Ashley. Then Kane had a highlight video of his own played about Rollins. HR rep Ashley said after a thorough investigation, Kane is of sound mind and is more than capable of fulfilling his duties as director of operations. More bad comedy. It was what it was. Rollins and Kane had a stare down in the ring. Rollins dropped the belt. Kane went for it, and then Rollins kicked him in the stomach, hit the pedigree. Rollins got a chair, and he hit Kane with some stiff shots, then put his ankle in a chair and stomped on it. Crazy. This was a really good, effective angle, but it started with so much garbage that no one wanted to see. I don't know how many people might have tuned out. Kane was stretched off as Rollins mocked him on the mic. Shot to the back. Masked Kane got out of the back of an ambulance selling the ankle. Pyro went off in the arena, and Masked Kane made his way to the ring. Great job by WWE and Kane pulling off what had to have been a really quick costume change. Don't know if the ambulance was part of a pre-tape, but this was real good. Kane no-sold Rollins' chair shot once he got back to the ring, and the Masked Demon beat the hell out of Rollins, ending with a chokeslam, but Rollins was able to escape before the tombstone. Look for this to be a championship match at Hell in the Cell on October the 25th. Randy Orton defeated Bo Dallas clean with the RKO. It was good for what it was. Interesting to see what's next for Randy Orton, whether it be more with the Wyatts or off into a new direction, which he certainly needs after so many matches against Sheamus. In a rare heel versus heel match, the WWE Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens battled Rusev to a double countout. Ryback was on commentary for this matchup. They brawled outside the ring. Owens pushed Rusev into Ryback, leading to a brawl with all three outside the ring. Owens wound up tricking Rusev into helping him, and they double-teamed Ryback back inside the squared circle. Dolph Ziggler charged the ring. He super-kicked Rusev, then Owens powdered. I can certainly see singles matches between these two feuds at the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view. Up next, Paul Heyman cut a promo on Brock Lesnar's Big October, especially focusing on his match against Big Show Saturday night on the WWE Network from New York City. A lot of history between Heyman, Show, and Lesnar together back in 2002. If you flash back to Survivor Series on the WWE Network, in fact, you'll see a great swerve where Heyman turned on Lesnar in the championship match and helped Big Show win the WWE World title, which was Lesnar's first loss in WWE. Big Show came out, he confronted Heyman. Big Show said he wasn't going to hurt Heyman, but Heyman walked off anyway. Big Show said Heyman needs to prepare for a future without Lesnar. In the main event, Roman Reigns fought Bray Wyatt to a double countout. This match was great. The entire feud between the two has consisted of, at its worst, really strong matches. They fought all over the place, around ringside, then through barriers, through the announcers' tables, then all over the floor area of the arena with Raw going off the air, seeing both men passed out. This angle will have to lead to some kind of a strong gimmick match at Hell in the Cell October the 25th. My only guess as to what the stipulation will be, you could look at it as the ring couldn't hold them, so maybe a second cell match could be added to the show. If you look at tonight's Raw going off the air with both men being passed out, maybe we could see a last man standing match between Reigns and Wyatt in Los Angeles. I'd welcome either one of those two type stipulation matches joining a very strong pay-per-view with Lesnar against The Undertaker and a cell match on top. Overall, this was a pretty good Raw. As I'm going through my notes, the only real turnoffs to this show were the bad comedy segments and the Bella's fake-looking wrestling moves. Divas Revolution continues to flop compared to its NXT counterpart that continues to focus on and present women's wrestling the way fans have come to enjoy. Wrestling fans don't want divas, and they're tuning out of Raw as a result of these divas being overpushed. The main event, the opening segment, Demon Kane, the Paul Heyman promo, strong wins for the Wyatts, Big Show, and Randy Orton were all well put together, and effective building for the winners, going on to bigger things in the immediate future in WWE. At the end of the night, the Tonight Show, whether you thought it was good or bad, make you want to purchase WWE Network and see the Madison Square Garden event live Saturday night. I thought it sure did. Overall, this had to be considered a success, even if it wasn't the quote-unquote perfect show. I look forward to being at MSG Live this Saturday night, as well as attending Raw live in Boston next Monday. It's a big week for WWE in the Northeast. For complete information, visit WWE.com and look for videos this week about all of their live events. What did you think of Raw this week? Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget, the Millennium Wrestling Federation's 14th anniversary Big Bang Birthday Bash is online now on the BostonWrestling.com superset. It's a great hour of wrestling and other surprises thrown in. Running out of time here, folks. Until we speak again, you and yours, be well.